This is Andrew Divoff, the Wishmaster, and you are now entering Cinema Chop Shop. Enjoy your day.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David for the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And guess what? I got the homie Q in the building. What's going on, Q? Tell them who you are, where to find you, all that good stuff.
Oh, yo, what up, good? Oh, yo, glad to be back again talking our favorite genre versus horror. Thank you for having me, you know what I'm saying, back again. It's always an honor to be on here. If anybody want to check out my content, you can find me over at Q Reviews, where I do funny skits. I do movie reviews. And out of the theater reactions, which is my new thing. And I do them very differently. We're not just sitting around, you know what I'm saying, out of the theater with a camera. I actually... We put some production in it to try to make it spicy and shit. I just did a skit about your boy Johnny for
Man, I was just about to mention that too. Don't forget to go check that out. That shit was dope.
Yeah. I did a skit about him, about, you know, what a slasher does, you know what I'm saying, in his downtime. I just went out there yesterday, I think it was, and just went out there and just shot it, you know what I'm saying, and put it together in a day. And I'm really happy I came out, you know what I'm saying. So
it looked good, bro. The quality was there. The script was there. It was funny, bro. Like it did exactly what it needed to do. And don't worry,
have no script.
The game plan was there. The game plan was there. The intent. And don't worry, y'all. When he does his out of the movie reviews, you know, you don't hear the sticky floor and him walking. You know, when you try to escape the movie theater after everybody has spilled like 18 sodas and they still ain't mopped it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or the crunching of the popcorn that people done drop on the floor. So it's wild when you see what people do in the movie there. They look like they just fucked the shit up at the end of the movie just to be fun. But let's get into this, man. So we got this movie that recently came out called In a Violent Nature. Now, the one thing that I was worried about was the fact that I felt like this movie might have been getting too much praise, and the praise. See, look, Johnny called the Johnnies.
As soon as you call Johnny, trouble show up. My computer started fucking up. The cops at your door, bro. You know,
I'm telling you, man. Johnny called the Johnnies, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, so I felt like this movie might have been a victim of its own hype. I was afraid of that, and I've been seeing a lot of reviews on people, and it's like either they like it or they either love it or they hate it, or they like it or they hate it. Like either or. Is no really like in between. Like people either lean one way or lean the other. And like I said in my review, I really feel like the only way that I think people that appreciate this movie are people that appreciate these two aspects. You gotta like artsy films and you gotta like 80s slashers. If you like those two, I think you in the green. But if you like only one, I think it's not gonna work out for you. You're not gonna like it. That whole other piece missing is just gonna leave like a bad taste in your mouth. What you think? What do you think about that analysis?
I love that analysis. I think that's actually great because I think, you know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, us from the 80s, you know what I'm saying, it's a basic formula. Even though when Scream mix it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, use that basic formula to kind of create something new. I give respect for this movie for taking the artistic perspective of showing us, you know, in the eyes of a killer, you know, basically. And I take it like this, like people didn't appreciate A24 movies and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is dope. Hereditary is one of the scariest shits I have seen. I mean, you got to respect the filmmaking and the craft that's going on in here. You know what I'm saying? They're actually trying to take you on a different journey than, you know, I don't want to shit on no studio right there now, but like then a Blumhouse with your traditional storytelling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love movies where I'm provoked and I got to think, you know, I'm going to my favorite again. I'm going to my favorite, you know what I'm saying? Late Night with the Devil, son. Like the way they set that shit up, it's artsy as fuck, but it is so intriguing. I'm so engaged. Those type of movies, sometimes I cannot keep my eyes off of, even though Violent Nature has its problems, but like it was something about it I just couldn't keep my eyes off of. The scenery was absolutely gorgeous, bro.
Yeah, and you said something in your review that resonated with me as well. And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that. When you said it felt like you were playing a Friday the 13th video game, I was like, okay, yes, that's what it was. And it's weird because you would like, I really think that if the younger generation watched this movie, I think that they would like it. And the reason why is because these motherfuckers are used to watching motherfuckers play games. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that would resonate with them. They're already used to doing this. They're already watching people just do something else that they could be doing themselves. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think it might resonate with them. But let's get into the nitty gritty here. So we all know that Johnny is basically a Jason knockoff. The movie is blaringly, ridiculously similar to Friday the 13th. But I wanted to talk about hypothetically, I wanted to pit these two movies against each other. In a Violent Nature and Friday the 13th, the franchise. Now, preferably, I would like to stick to the Friday the 13th franchise where Jason is a zombie, just to make this a little bit more on even playing fields. I'm pretty sure you agree with that as well.
Yeah. I can go with that. So we starting off with part 6, Jason Lives. Even though part 4 is a good one too, final chapter, the one with Kristen Glover, but he wasn't quite zombie Jason.
I think part 6. I even have it in my damn notes. I was like part 6 and up is where we want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what I want to break down piece by piece is this. We're going to break this down to the nucleus. All right. Now, first, let's stack it up movie by movie. Which one do you think? We can go from 6 all the way up or whatever like that. But which one do you think holds weight as a better overall film? Let's start off with 6 versus In a Violent Nature.
God damn, that's a good question. That's a great question. Friday 13th part 6 versus Violent Nature.
And it's wild. I think the Jason movies get a little rocky. You know, the later they get a little corny. I'm not gonna lie. The format is a little bit more predictable. I think that if we're talking about the earlier Friday the 13th films versus In a Violent Nature, is an easy go. Like, I think Friday the 13th takes it. I think, but once you start getting into like past to a certain point, I think it starts to become like, okay, because now we're talking about a film that kind of tried to do a little bit something different. It's kind of the same thing. It took it a different route. It kind of respected the different aspects of film. You know, do I want to give these things a little bit more pizzazz, or do I want to give it more brownie points for doing different things than this Friday the 13th film? What do you think?
Yeah, well, let's put Friday 13th part 6, Jason Lives, up against In a Violent Nature. This is kind of easy one for me. Friday 13th part 6, Jason Lives takes the cake, because that movie is pretty much paced very well from beginning to end, from Jason's resurrection with the pole, you know what I'm saying, and with Tommy Jarvis, and it's just more entertaining, you know, it's just fucking fun. This is when Jason started to do his I would say part 3 of Nightmare on Elm Street, where they started to kind of have fun with Jason. Even though it was zombie Jason, he was pretty scary though, but like part 6 is legendary, you know what I'm saying? He get the he had a great death with the boat and shit and his neck and shit. Like I said, like the Tommy Jarvis stuff, all the characters, all the kills that happen, and like boom, 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 boom. That movie is just paced like bam, bam, bear rabbit.
You know, I like the tie back in with Tommy, to be honest. I liked his kind of like arc in that film.
And Jason's entertaining too.
Yeah, he's definitely entertaining. Like this, to me, I think 6 is the only one where it's like kind of wobbly for me, because I feel like 6 is actually one of the better zombie Jason movies.
Yeah, that's like the one of the best. That's like top 3 Fridays.
Yeah, it's one of the better. It's one of the better Jason ones. So I'm going to agree with you on this one. I'm going to say part 6 as well too. Moving on to 7, which one is 7?
New Blood.
Oh, that's with the Carrie White replica, right?
Yeah, that's with the girl with the telekinesis power, Tina, and that was in Roseblood, the sequel to that. Yeah,
I didn't like that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
I don't like that Friday the 13th.
A lot of people don't like it. It was butchered by the, you know what I'm saying, the rating system. They cut out all the kills and stuff of it too. But I tell you what, shit, we got the introduction of Kane Hodder in that motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put some respect.
This is true.
Yeah, you gotta put some respect on Kane Hodder's name. That's probably the best Jason of all time, really. You know what I'm saying? When you want to really break it down, Kane he was the man. Just his mannerisms without him talking or breathing, and I mean, like how he breathed and how he moved and how he killed.
He's a very hulking individual, even though he don't look like buff or anything. Bro is strong as shit, and he's a very like like he's a very physical cat.
Yeah, you probably met him.
A couple times.
Yeah, he probably choked you too, did he? He choked you or crush your head and shit. He choked my wife out. Like I said, I was mad because he does it better than me and shit. He chokes my wife out better than me.
Choke me better. Choke me better.
He choked her out. I was like, God damn.
Do it too, but yeah.
And the stunt work. Oh, my bad.
You said what?
I was talking about the stunt work in 7, though. You know what I'm saying? With all the shit that Kane Hodder did, like jumping through windows on fire and shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting hit with the thing and falling through the floor and shit. That was all Kane Hodder and shit. Bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then we got to go back to the film. Is it really a good film?
It's
as a Jason movie, is it really a good film?
It's middle tier. It's okay. Kane Hodder is the main, you know what I'm saying, star of that film. I think Kane Hodder and the shit that Tina takes him through to Jason, because we do get to see, you know, he squeezes his brain, his mask come off, he don't know what to do and shit. He's all fucking crazy. Jason's the star of that show. The film is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's when it started to become like, I'm really only seeing this shit for Jason to kill people.
Yeah.
The storyline really was kind of like, yeah, but it was really like you really there for the blood and guts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And they didn't give it to us either because they cut them out. The rating system cut them all out.
Exactly.
So they're somewhere on the cutting room floor. So I was disappointed in being a hardcore Jason fan. I can't see the kills that Jason do. That's what I'm always here for. So I was a little disappointed.
Did they ever put those in like a I haven't cracked them on my Shout Factory 8 version. Wait, 7.
Yeah, I got that one.
Are those extra kills put back into that one?
I don't think so. Some of them, but like some of them,
I know they did it in Jason Goes to Hell. I know a lot of stuff that cut out of Jason Goes to Hell that was put back into the film when they did the Blu-ray.
Yeah, not a lot of them. I've seen some of them on some documentary or something. I think Memoirs. What was it? Camp Crystal Lake Memoirs or something like that. And but most of them you got to find online on the internet. They're on YouTube, but like I don't know, they never were put back into the actual film. They're just like deleted scenes. Yeah.
So how does this movie stack up against In a Violent Nature? Is it better than In a Violent? I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think In a Violent Nature is better than this one. I didn't like this Friday the 13th. So this is easy call for me. Maybe it's just like me not liking it.
Yeah.
But I'd rather watch In a Violent Nature than watch that Friday the 13th.
I hear you. I'm gonna go. I'm still gonna ride with Jason on this one. I'm going New Blood because of, you know what I'm saying, Kane Hodder and all that amazing stunt work. It was so fucking entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta give it to Kane was sight that shit.
Yeah. Like he sold that movie to me. Like the rest of the film though is it's not great. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. We got some more we can get to, and then you know what I'm saying.
I might be able to lean you with this next one though. Jason Goes to Manhattan, right? That's the next one, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
That's the next one, right? Okay, so look, we just gonna get straight to the cut. Does In a Violent Nature take this one at least?
Yeah.
You had to take a drink for that. I was like, damn, I hate that.
Yeah. I had to take a drink on that one, bro. Yeah. I hated this movie. I remember I was so excited.
Like it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny, bro. But it's so disappointing as a Friday the 13th fan because Jason, of course, on the goddamn boat the whole time and shit for half of the movie. Then when he gets to Manhattan, it's kind of exciting and it's funny with the mask and him kicking the radio is one of the funniest shit ever. Yeah, or that white lady, you know what I'm saying, in a bus station. Jason come by and elbow the shit out of her. Oh, that's so fucking entertaining. Then you got the Julius knock the head off. That's fun. That is fun. Fuck. Is this better than Violent Nature? Fuck. I gotta get Violent Nature on this one. I gotta get Violent Nature to win. Yeah.
All right. I was like, damn, I gotta get one of you. You gotta give me one of these. God dang. But yeah, no, I gotta say the same thing too. And the Violent Nature takes it. That's just a dumbass Jason movie. And the whole story was fucking stupid. We went from Crystal Lake to a boat to New York. I was like, how the fuck did we even get here? Like, how did this even happen? Like the logic, which is out of this world. I was like, you know what? Whatever is Jason. Let me just see it. That guitar kill.
Yeah.
I was like, she thought she was damn. What was her name? She thought she was Lita Ford. She was out she thought she was out here Lita Ford, and she was really
Wow.
But so All right, I'm not gonna do Jason X though, but we will do Jason Goes to Hell, right? Because Uber Jason is overkill. I can't add him into this. Uber Jason is just ridiculously OP.
Yeah, that's a stupid ass movie too. But.
Yeah, that's a dumbass movie. But yeah, bro got Stark nanotech and shit. We can't fuck with that.
No.
So how we feel about Jason Goes to Hell against In a Violent Nature?
Man, I love this.
I'm gonna go with Jason Goes to Hell. I ain't gonna lie. I told you.
Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah. This is probably one of I love the director. He wrote me a fucking the Duke comes from here, so that's a character I played, and he wrote me a great letter. Such a nice guy, and but I didn't love his movie, bro. I don't know. I didn't like the Invasion of the Body Snatchers angle with Jason. Love the Duke though. He was the shit, bro. Shout out to the Duke.
He said I like my character, but
yeah. I always liked him even back then and shit too. But like I was like really upset that I didn't get to see a lot of Jason in the Friday the 13th movie. That kind of threw me off a little bit. There's some weird scenes with people getting shaved and their nuts shaved off and shit. Naked men. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really. That's probably that and 8 are probably one of my least watched Friday 13th movies. So at the same time, In a Violent Nature. Oh, I hated that last act and
oh my god, dude, that dialogue in the car. I was like, what the fuck was the point of this?
I was rolling my eyes so hard, like this has got to be over. Please, could this be over? That pissed me off so bad, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So there was a grizzly bear. Hey, bitch, wake up! I'm telling the story. There was a grizzly bear. I was like, she really woke her up. It was like she came out of a coma. So did they ever catch the bear? You still care about that? Her story put you in a coma. Her story put you to sleep, and you woke up like, hey, yes, that story.
That was atrocious. Now that I think about that too, I'm going with Jason Goes to Hell, even though it's not the best Friday 13th movie, not maybe my favorite, but like that shit right there, some of that shit in Violent Nature was just like that type shit was stupid. Like that fucking long ass story. This is not like, who are you talking? You got an audience watching this shit, so you got this 15 minutes of dialogue.
Because I was sitting back, I'm like, are they trying to imply that there's some sort of like spirit in that woods that like possesses something to just be this really aggressive, bloodthirsty creature? Like, because I mean, this bear just came and went. Like nobody ever seen it. Like what are we implying right now? But the one thing I will say I liked about Jason Goes to Hell, and I said it on live stream, is that it tried to explain shit that we've never been explained before. And although like we didn't get much Jason, I felt like the direction that they were going, and if they were really allowed to just really outwardly say what they wanted to say, and they didn't have to just imply it, I think that it would have probably made it a little bit better. Because the idea that Jason is a Deadite makes fucking complete sense.
I love it.
Jason's mom is fucking heartbroken. She's destroyed. She goes wandering in the woods. She finds a random ass house. She finds the book. She says a couple of words, right? And then all of a sudden it's her son is back alive. I thought that would have been a brilliant freaking idea. It makes sense.
I want to see that.
Everybody even says it. Why the fuck if Jason died when he was a kid, why the fuck is he so big? This explains it. Explains it. Like, okay, he's a Deadite, bro. Like, bro, just like he was in hell just bench pressing shit. He was waiting for his moment,
like this.
Jason was just doing it in jail. He was like, man, he was like 40 reps.
Drop and give me 50, Jason.
Right?
Yeah. I think he's like a super Deadite too. I think that make him cool. Like he ain't like the regular Deadites. Like he kind of like a special one, driven off revenge and shit. I would just love to see that little short right there. That could be like what you just said. That could be like a little fucking 30-minute thing that I would like to see.
Like, like I think so. Hey, tell Peter to do that.
Peter, we need to come back.
Hey, we need to just look, man. Just go into the woods and just redo that. Like that'll be a dope ass opening sequence. But then on top of that, like we also have a reason why the fuck Jason doesn't die. Apparently, Jason can only be killed by his own family. I mean, even though it's like some straight up Lobo shit, like they done took that straight from DC. But like I thought that was well, I don't know if they did. I'm pretty sure DC that was Lobo. Lobo was before Jason Goes to Hell, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but yeah, I thought that was really cool that he can only be killed by his own family, and that's the reason why this motherfucker keeps coming back. I thought that.
And vengeance, nothing. Yeah, they blew his ass up.
I was like, why didn't they do that sooner? Like, we've been sitting there like, because that really made sense. If this motherfucker been in Crystal Lake killing people for 8 fucking movies, 8 movies, went to Manhattan, killed some more people, right? I'm pretty sure this fool's on the FBI's most wanted list by now.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they know. They know this motherfucker. He been gurgling at the bottom of Crystal Lake for years, and if for some reason you just can't find him, right?
Yeah. So FBI's like, yeah, let's hang out in Camp Crystal Lake. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be there.
Right? They set up a whole sting operation. They're like, look, we need 2 people to have teenage premarital sex, and it'll wake him up. I promise you.
Yeah,
and then that's what woke him from his slumber. That was like, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Oh, boom.
Right.
That was a glorious scene. That was a glorious scene too. Like to see.
I know. I did not expect that. Like, did they just blow this motherfucker up at the beginning of the movie? I was like, damn, that's ballsy.
Yeah,
that was ballsy. Have you seen Acolytes? You see the Acolytes? The Star Wars shit?
No. I watched a little bit of the first episode. Then I was sleepy, so I passed out. Is it like bad or something?
Okay, did you get past the opening sequence?
Oh yes, with
that shit was funny. I was like, oh, they did her like Jason.
They did her dirty.
And then like all of a sudden, he was like, before you even know it, she dead. You like, damn, that didn't last.
That was fucked up because she was all in the interviews. I'm so happy to be in Star Wars. I'm like, oh, cool. We can see Carrie-Ann Moss to be a Jedi and shit. And she died.
She died before the credits, even the opening credits rolled. I was like, damn. Like she was like, oh,
dirty.
I was like, damn. In a galaxy far, far away, like this bitch died in a bar. Like, damn.
She died before the opening crawl, bro.
Nah, she should have leaned, bro. Like, I know Neo taught you something. You should have.
Yeah.
But anyway, we segue like a bitch. But anyway.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so so I just wanted to compare the movies. So you got 1 for 3. They got 1 out of 3. So Jason takes it, and I'm at a stalemate with a 2 and a 2. 2 out of 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and segue into the next piece.
Yeah.
Who has the better costume design? Jason, zombified Jason, because it doesn't really change much. I know Jason has a couple of looks, sackhead, which is pretty ugly in my opinion. I thought it was stupid. Then he takes off the hockey mask, but then 6 and up, he has the beat up hockey mask, the one that's been through some shit. The one that's been buried and unburied a couple of times. So how are we liking the look, the Jason look? Because really, zombie Jason really, to me, personified the whole look of Jason. Like, we got away from the overalls and shit. Like, we really got his little outfit that he wears, that he rocks now. So how are we digging? Who takes the cake with the appearance of zombie Jason versus Mr. Johnny in An Violent Nature?
So we talking about 6 and up, so we just pick the best one, right?
Yeah, like whatever. I mean, the costume design of Jason kind of looks similar. Like it's like that muddy, just regular street clothes, but with the hockey mask. You know what I mean?
Shit. No. Part 7 is probably one of the best designs of Jason ever, bro. That shit is cold. When it came hotter, came out of the water, and that makeup with his teeth exposed like this and shit. And then he had his rib cage showing. He had the fucking chain on his neck like this. You know what I'm saying? The full fucking chain, and he was all wet and zombified and shit. Like, he looked crazy, nigga.
Oh yeah, he did look crazy.
Yeah. He is motherfucking all day. That's an easy one. Jason Part 7 is the best looking fucking creatures, you know what I'm saying, monsters in horror history. Part 7.
That's zombie Jason. I forgot about this Jason. He do
that
cool.
Motherfucker hard, bro.
I have that.
Yeah. You can't even see his eyes and shit. They're all black and shit and scary and shit. That motherfucker is scary on the game. My son was playing the game one day. I'm just letting him play. He's like 5 or 6 at the time. That motherfucker ran up on my son, didn't kill him, and just had him on the wall like this, just looking at him and shit. Just didn't kill him. Just stood there for like 2 minutes. I was scared as shit for my son and shit. Like, I can't help you, nigga. You gotta do something. You gotta get out and run and shit. This motherfucker, but like, it was just a game though. But it was scary. I was scared and shit. Like, what the fuck, son? This motherfucker looked intimidating. He was just breathing. So he said, Yeah. That's what he was. He was like, he was like really into it and shit. And my son was like 6. He looking at me like, Dad, like I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. That shit, that was the way I just looked at
That
all
shit
of them.
hard.
That
Yeah.
one has the best fucking design. Yep, Manhattan's was trash.
Trash. Manhattan's
Manhattan
trash.
trash. Fuck yeah, the
Trash.
other ones was trash. Yeah.
The mask is too big. Yeah,
Jason
and Manhattan
was trash. Yeah.
Jason
That
Lives
one,
is all right.
that one was perfect. I mean, like, it's trash in the sense of like looking at them. I'm like, this is easily the best design. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta give it to you on that one. I ain't gonna lie. You know what's funny? I came into here like, yeah, I'm like, Johnny gonna take this one. And now I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know what? That's a cool little design. I mean, I don't even think I can make a little argument. Look, this is one thing I will say.
I'll be honest.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You might hate me for it, but fuck it. Tell Peter I said fuck him. I'm just playing. I know he's gonna be mad. But look, I like the vintage fireman mask. I know it looks like the Big Daddies from fucking what's that fucking game? Damn.
BioShock.
It looked like the Big Daddies from BioShock, right? That's what it reminds me of. And then you said it looked like a fucking minion, and you fucked my whole day up. And I was just like, oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm like, it do look like a minion. I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. That's cold. But like, the one thing I don't like is when I see movies with basic ass masks. Like, we have slashers, and it's just so fucking unoriginal. Like, I remember watching that COVID one, Sick, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Again, like, it's nothing like too like major. But bro really had a regular ass COVID mask. Bro.
Yeah, then he had like a ski
COVID mask with a freaking hoodie on and just killing people.
Oh yeah, that was whack. That was whack.
Like killing people, and I'm like, damn, like we just lack that originality. Like even looking at like, even though I like the Strangers, like when you look at their mask, like it's some basic ass shit. It really looked like they just was like pulling some shit out of a store, like you know. Yeah. I really liked that they was like, we gonna find some real weird shit. Yeah. And it ain't nothing weirder than that first design of that firefighter mask. Like that's a weird ass.
Yeah.
When I watched the trailer, I thought this motherfucker found a scuba diver's outfit.
Yeah, that shit was scared. It was kind of wild looking.
You know what's funny? Did you ever see the Scooby Doo episode with the submarine man? That's what
he in the credits, bro. He in the credits of the Scooby Doo. They fucking Scooby Dooby Dooby.
That's what it reminded me of. I'm like, bro, they got because when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, damn, they got the submarine man's mask. Like that's tight. But it turns out it was a firefighter mask. But I think that the mask is just a little bit more unique than a hockey mask. I think that if we just take away the fact that we love Jason. Right,
it's so iconic now. It's hard.
Yeah, it's iconic. It's pop culture. Like you can't get away with it. But if we just talk it strictly from a point of just like okay, like originality, I think that firefighter mask just takes it in that regard. Just the fact that it's so fucking original.
Mm-hmm. I hear you there. Yeah,
you know, like it was something like to me that was an abstract pick. Like I never would have been like, oh, let me go dig in the archive and go pick up a freaking firefighter mask from 1911. Like, who the fuck would think of that shit? You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely was the cake and originality. Yeah, and it's kind of scary. I wouldn't want nobody walking them up on me with that shit on and shit. I would rather take the Scream mask guy and shit. But I do love the Scream mask. I wanted to ask you about how you feel about the Scream mask. That's just some shit you found in the store. It was actually in the store before, you know what I'm saying, Scream was made.
Before the movie that came out, right?
Yeah,
so,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked the Scream mask. I've always thought that it looked really interesting. I think over time, like the fact that Fun World like mass produces this shit every year and just like they treat it like Jordans. They really just color swap the shit every year. And
oh, here it is right here.
Yeah, like they really color swap the shit every year.
This is the one from Fun World, the original one before the movie came out. That's why it's all yellow and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like I seen the movie was coming out and I seen the face. I went in Kroger's and bought this mask before the before the movie even came out.
He was like, I seen that shit before.
Yeah. That's from 19 when the Scream come out? 96.
96.
I might have got that in like 90, like late 95, before Scream that came out. So that's before.
That's actually pretty tight. And then Scream made everybody go cop that mask. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's just like I just thought it was really cool. Like even the screen mask, right? Screen mask is just something that people just pop up, they go, they buy whatever. You can see that at a store, right?
Mhm.
I'm not mad about that, but it has a unique look to it. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it was
like,
like
exactly. It's not something that you just commonly see, like fucking like Baghead from fucking The Strangers. Like, bro just really got an old ass potato sack and put it on his head. And I'm like, okay,
eyeball,
yeah. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool. Like it's terrifying. Like, but we've had this cliche scarecrow type mask for a long ass time already. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, in points of originality, I think that In a Violent Nature takes the cake in the mask just being better off of originality alone. But I can't take nothing away from Jason's iconicness. Like you see a hockey mask, you think Jason.
Oh, absolutely. It's on stickers and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's the Walmart brand of mask, the Friday 13th mask, just like Freddy's glove. Oh, we know that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right. It's a part of pop culture now, you know.
That was weird. That his mask was weird, and it was definitely off-putting. I was just making fun of his mask in the movie, but like it was definitely off-putting. I wouldn't want that nigga to run up on me with that mask, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who's this motherfucker with an old ass flannel and a BioShock mask?
Yeah, it was scarier than my Bloody Valentine mask with the holes in the hook. I think the one in Violent Nature is scarier.
Oh, you talking about the miner?
Yeah, the miner's mask and shit. That's a cool looking mask too. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think his is just so fucking weird.
I mean, when you dig through like just in general, like old school horror movies, you find some interesting shit. Like, have you ever seen Curtains?
I'm pretty sure it sounds very, very familiar, but
it's the mask looks like a witch's mask or something, like, but it's not green, it's like skin tone. It looked really weird. I think it's called like the hag mask or something. And then it has like that. The killer has like a kind of like a hook.
Sickle. Yeah, sickle or some shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a great movie. I just thought the mask and the blade looked dope as shit.
Yeah, it sounds really familiar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. But moving on to the next part, weapons, right? So we just gonna go along with the probably the two most iconic weapons that Jason holds. Machete, and I think he used the axe mostly, right? That was like his second go-to.
Who, Jason? Yeah.
Machete and axe, right?
Yeah, probably machete and axe. Yeah.
And then in the Violent Nature, he was using the hooks, right? The hooks with the chain. And then what was the other? And then he also had his own little axe, but he had that old school I don't know. He had that old school Rangers axe. Like it looked like they used it to chop down, but then also to like dig up holes to take a shit. Like it was a twofer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. So which character do you think holds the best weapon? Like which out of the two weapons? You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be honest here. That hook was some nasty ass shit, bro.
And it's crazy because we didn't even see the full extent of how he could have used it. He could have did scorpion shit. I was waiting the whole time for him to get over here, like throw a hook, pull him back. But I think
machete, you get straight to the point. You can get, you know what I'm saying, you get to doing axe, same type of thing. You throw it, he threw it in bitch's face and threw him across the room. But that hook, man, I wanted to see more with that hook. It was so fucking, it wasn't even like Candyman, so because it was like this big fucking rugged, almost like looking like it came off of a transfer, like it came off of Optimus Prime's waist and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it can fuck you up, bro. Like that shit. I don't want no parts of that. Just give me a quick machete to the throat, like this, to the head. I'm out. Don't pull my fucking insides out from.
Yeah, you brought a very good point. You can be a lot more creative with that hook. With them hooks and chains, you can do a lot with it, as we saw in the damn movie. You know what I'm saying? That one kill was ridiculous. It's straight out of Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? And
worse.
I said this once, I say it again. That movie made me question, why hasn't Mortal Kombat done practical fatalities?
Oh, you talking about in the actual movie?
Yeah, like in the Violent Nature. That seemed like it was pulled straight off of like Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 1. Like I can see that being a fatality in one of the movies in that game. So it's like, I wonder why Mortal Kombat has never just did a practical fatality
They did one kind of, and the new one when Kung Lao, and he, you know that he did the hat one when he pulled the fucking lady. That was kind of practical, a little
Was
bit.
it? I thought it was a lot of CGI. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah,
I would have to
that one was
rewatch it,
kind
but
of
I hated that movie.
Yeah, that movie is so trash. You probably don't remember anything about that movie. But like that was the one best practical effect I seen in the movie. It might have been mixed with some CG, but that one was kind of practical. But like, no, they need to do them all straight up practical. In my
Like
opinion,
that, I thought it was great. Like you saw the little bone pop out of her neck, like you know, I was like,
bro,
ooh.
that shit had my mouth open. I love when a movie can have my mouth open.
I clapped.
Like, yeah, me too. I was like, yeah, me too. I'm the weirdo that's laughing in the movie, like, oh shit, nigga, you see that shit? Yes, you know what I'm saying? We clapping like Hercules,
right? Because for him to go through the stomach, up to the head, pull the head through the stomach hole, I was like, what the fuck did I just see? And then take her ass down the hill.
Yep. And that little bone got me too, right there when it popped out, like when it started
popped out. That shit, I was like, ooh. I was like, damn.
Kick her down the hill. Like he give off. She got the worst. But at least she looked at him like a G, like, oh, that's all you got, done? You know, like she didn't even scream or nothing. Like, oh, you motherfucker, you gonna really do me like this?
This was I ain't gonna lie, this movie had the most killable cast. I was like, all y'all motherfuckers can die.
I
think that's what they wanted. I think they wanted us to be like, yeah, y'all could die. But so we're giving the weapons to the better weapons to
Johnny. Johnny got that weapon. He got he got that, bro. With that hook.
So now, the moment we've been all waiting for. Who wins in a hypothetical combat situation between these two? Now, before I do it,
oh shit!
Logically, I have to set the battlefield to be fair. We're gonna make a hybrid battlefield. This battlefield is gonna have Crystal Lake, and it's also gonna have the burnt down fire tower from Johnny. And the reason for this is solely because without those two things, these characters will sit here and fight forever.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, really, like, these characters are ridiculously too similar. And I mean, they'll sit here and they'll just hack at each other all day, and then they'll fall down, and then they'll sit back up, and then they're gonna keep doing it again.
Back up,
we need a way to end this shit. You know what I'm saying? So these two characters are gonna have a hypothetical battle in a situation where we split the field. Half of the field can be in Johnny's land, and half of the field can be in Jason's land. So Crystal Lake exists here, and so does Johnny's foresty area. All right. So hypothetically, in the battle between Zombie Jason, we could go 6-8. How does he fare against my boy Johnny?
You want me to go first with this one?
Yeah, go ahead, man. You the guest.
How does he fare up against a fight with Jason? Shit. Well, Johnny ain't got the on his resume. He don't have a lot of jobs on there yet. You know,
he got jobs. We just ain't seen it. Like
yeah. He got
he killed some people, then came back and then killed some people that got put back to rest. So
true.
This is his third massacre. We just aren't aware of the other two because we didn't see it happen.
Yeah, I want to see him have like Jason gets he does get creative. Now we talking about Jason's main weapons. Let's not forget about corkscrews. Let's not forget about that fucking a flame. What do you call those things? The things you put in your mouth and shit. The flamethrower things or whatever fuck you call those, sparks or whatever. Those and shit. Jason. I forgot what the fuck they call when you break them when you like need help and shit.
Oh, the emergency torch thing.
Yeah, the emergency torch thing. Flares. Yeah. He can kill people with flares. He done broke motherfuckers in half. He done fucking choke motherfuckers out, eyeballs out with a belt. He can crush people's heads. The list can go on and on for Jason, and Jason kills. And he's strong as fuck. Like Zombie Jason.
Zombie Jason is stupid strong.
Yeah, he's super strong. From part 6, he's stupid strong. He got blew up in an RV, popped up out that motherfucker like, you know what I'm saying, like Kenny, like Kung Fu Kenny. Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show niggas, you know what I'm saying? He popped out and shit, just stood on top of the van like, what, nigga? I'm Jason, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care if you're taking the shit or you ate nasty ass enchilada.
Killing you. That girl was cute, by the way. Ooh, baby. Ooh, she was fine as hell. Yep. Demon. Yeah. Man. Like, let me give it to Johnny, though. Johnny, you know what I'm saying? He came through show and prove. You know what I'm saying? He came through. That hook kill on that mountain is all timer. It's all timer.
Where he got the guy behind the tree when he cut his mouth off. And then that's okay. My one critique about this movie, since we could talk about it, that dummy, like when he threw the head through the thing, that shit looked fake as hell. I was like, that shit looked horrible. That was like my only critique.
Yeah, I like the head I had in my skit. That's right here.
He said right here.
Right here. I got props there.
Yeah, see, like look, it's funny. I was just about to say it looked like a little mannequin people braid hair on.
Yeah. This is my wife. She used to braid hair on and shit. This is exactly what it looking like. I use this for all type of my horror skits. I just put like blood and shit on it and throw it in the sink. But that's what like I'm cheap. I don't have any money, so I can just do what I can. But that shit looked cheap as hell. Like when you see the eyeballs, it looked like somebody painted the eyeball, like literally put paint on it, like white paint. And like 2 little eyeballs.
I was like, yeah, they probably should have darkened that part right there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, something. I was like, that shit was way too obvious.
That shit.
All the other shit was solid. Like,
when he had his tongue like this, and he was carrying him around. That looked dope.
Yeah. Even the one with the little machine, like where the guy, because I'm like, oh, that's a dummy, and then the guy went like this, like he looked over with his eyes. And I'm like, oh shit! And I'm like, oh, he's still alive? Like he was like. He did that little thing, like you know that meme that everybody do with the monkey where you do that. Did you freeze?
Oh no, I was laughing. Yeah, am I right?
Wait, hold up. I think you coming back to life. Hold up. Hold on. Hold up. You still like okay? There you go. You live.
Yeah, I was laughing, bro. And I must have freeze. You had me cracking up.
Now you froze again. Look. Oh wait, there you go.
All right.
I think you're good now.
All right, cool. Yeah. A lot of those kills, I was wondering how the fuck did they do that shit though, bro? You know what I'm saying? Especially that wood kill, like you said, with his eyes looked over like that. I was like, how did he do that? How did they not cut that shit?
I thought it was a dummy, bro. I was like, the whole time I was like, okay, this is a dummy. And then like it was like, hold on, shit got. I was like, hold on. I was like, and he looked over like that monkey meat, bro. Like, I was like, this shit crazy, but
And the other kill too, like when they shot him, and then he went down, and he threw the axe, and the camera didn't cut, and then he walked over, and like the axe was in his head, and then they still didn't cut, and he took the fucking rock.
That big ass rock.
How the fuck they do that, bro? How do they do that without cutting the camera, bro? I don't even know. Or it's a clever cut.
No, to me that was just, dude. That sequence, like the movie has really great kill sequences when it does it. And another thing too about his little axes, like. It seems a little bit smaller, so it seems like either that or he just big as shit. Because it seemed a little throwable. Like he was able to
he's just like this and shit. It don't seem like he threw it hard, he just like kind of threw it and he got him and shit.
All in the wrist. He just blinked me, bro. He got him too. I was like, damn. But but who pulls out the W in this?
Jason Voorhees. He's just too strong. Zombie Jason is just too fucking strong, bro.
But listen,
he's too fucking strong. I don't know how he beats him though. Like how they it's a stalemate, right? They both can't die.
That's what I'm saying. So look, this is what I'm saying. And then listen to my theory, all right?
All right.
Johnny might be a little slow, but bro was smart as shit in that movie. When he hit that log and he walked around the cabin and it came back around and just like got him from behind, I was like, yo, that's some smart ass shit. Throughout the whole movie, Johnny did smart shit. But we're told that he's dumb, you know? And like, here's the thing: if him and Jason are just fighting constantly throughout the woods, what is it more likely to happen? Is it more likely that they would end up fighting towards Crystal Lake and then falling in, and then Jason gets scared? Like, what hypothetical situation could you find yourself putting Johnny in a hole in the firehouse in a fire tower on a hill somewhere and burying him. I don't think Jason would have the know-how to do that. And I think that Johnny is a little bit more. It seems like he's intelligent, but I think that you don't even have to have like super common sense, like to like, okay, if we fight, maybe if I try to drown your ass, maybe that'll work, right? Versus like, let me try to put you in a freaking hole in a hill and bury you in here, and then make sure that your locket is here, or else you're going to come right back out.
Right,
you know?
right.
It's too many stipulations for Johnny to be at rest.
Yeah.
Versus Jason.
Yeah, that's a lot of checklists for Jason. Jason just pick up and destroy.
Yeah, like I mean, all they got to do is go in the water, and then Jason panicking, like that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jason panicking. Like if they just, I think that the fight can logically land somewhere in the water, and Johnny seems a little bit intelligent to enough. Like, okay, I stabbed this fool, he's still up. I had this fool with an axe, he's still up. I had this fool with this chain, he's still up. I'm gonna drag this fool to the water and see if I can drown him or something, and see if that works. Like, I can see him trying different things to try to put Jason down. You know what I'm saying? Jason finding a situation to put Johnny to rest the way that we have been told is the only way to put him down. I find that situation a little bit hard to happen
with Jason. Yeah, because Jason definitely not playing with a full deck there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just try to keep hacking him. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep swinging.
Yeah, kill for mother. Kill. That's what he does and shit. But like Johnny had me a little weirded out by his intellect when he was playing with that toy. Like, ooh, that's what I did in the skit. Like, ooh, what was that?
Yeah,
what was that all about? Like,
bro just got lapses. Like he's just like, oh shit, like this is a little toy. And all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, he was obsessed with killing, but
it was like, was he on the spectrum though? Like, was Johnny on the spectrum too? Like the way he was playing with that toy definitely seemed like he had lunch in the mall at like 12 o'clock.
No, but it's true though, because dude like really was like, but they said it. They was like, oh, he really liked toys or whatever. Like, okay. Like, oh, like you want a bag of toys? They led him to the tower with a bag of toys. Now Jason can go hold a bag of toys and be like, come on, bitch, like try to lure him to the watchtower with a bag of toys. Unless Jason's mom gonna have to game him up. His son, like in a little spirit world, like mother,
look at it for you, Jason. Come to mommy.
Mother needs you to get that bag of toys over there, and then I need you to lure him up to that hill, Jason. And if you don't do that, mommy's gonna be very mad at you.
Yeah,
like like he needs to be. Jason needs to be coached in a way.
Yeah, because like those early movies, that's what happened. His mother really coaches him till they kind of started to abandon that a little bit. But really, it was Jason's mother's coaching him with shit, kill for mother and all that shit. So yeah, you're right.
She was Phil Jackson in the shit.
Phil Jackson in it.
She wrote the book, bro. She was like, she's like, Jason, you have to run the triangle. You have to run the triangle offense, Jason. It's the only offense. Pass it to Bean, Jason. Pass it to Bean.
That's true. That's true.
Set the pick, Jason. Set the pick.
Set the pick, Jason.
And that'll be a hard ass pick. And that'll be a funny ass skit, bro. If Jason's mom coached a basketball team with him on it,
give it to him, Jason. Give it to him.
Set the screen, Jason. Set the screen. Now roll for mommy. Roll. Yeah. You see Jason running to the basket with the hand out, like
like shit. It's for mother.
I gotta give it to Johnny, bro. One thing I don't want in this video for everybody like, man, you sucking that fool Johnny off. But I'm just like, logically, I think a scenario where Johnny can create a scene or recreate a scene that actually kills
win
logical than freaking that situation. But if we were just but if we talk about a situation where like both of these people, if both of them are not, let's just put if both these kids situations, let's just say they're both not immortal, right? If they're both not immortal, they can both die from regular ass human wounds like everybody else, right? Let's just take it. Let's just pretend. I think in that situation,
Jason would beat him up.
Maybe Jason might win.
Jason would definitely beat him up, bro. Like Jason, Kane Hodder, shit. Bro.
Okay, look, if Jason has access to every fucking weapon that he's had in Friday the 13th, there's no doubt in my mind he couldn't win. Because bro could just hit him with an arrow shot and it's the game over. Like that's it.
Yeah. And his physicality too, like his hands, Jason hands and shit. He fucked people up and shit.
Oh yeah, but like if he had access to all of his weapons throughout this fucking franchise, he has way too many long range weapons for freaking Johnny to even compete with.
Spears.
Yeah, exactly. But if we have to keep it to like you have what you have, how many has Jason thrown his axe a lot? Has he ever thrown his axe?
Have you ever thrown the axe? That's a great question. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think
he
he might have thrown and missed, but usually if Jason pulling down the axe, it's like right in someone's face.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's always close range. So then that means that if we go off of Jason's two popular weapons, machete, axe. Has he ever thrown his machete? I don't think so, right?
No.
I've never seen him throw his machete, right? No. So that means that Johnny has a long range weapon and Jason does not. So you have to take that into account too. I mean, Jason running at him, hit him with that long range. Yeah. Then, you know what I'm saying? I think. Yeah. Look, man, Johnny might be well equipped for battle. It could go. Look, here's the thing. It could go anyway.
If Jason got knives, he got those.
Yeah, if Jason has access to everything that he ever if Jason has access to all of his weapons, easy W Jason. Yeah, easy W Jason. There's way too many. He has way too many things to pick from. But if we're going off of his two most popular weapons, it was machete, and I really had to think about it. Like, what the fuck is his second most popular weapon? I think I've seen him use the axe more than easy. Yeah, so I think unless we say a pitchfork.
No, that was only in 2. That was only in 1 movie. Yeah, he had a machete and axes in multiple movies.
I'm so glad he dropped that pitchfork. That shit was a dumbass weapon. Right?
I wasn't a big fan of the pitchfork either myself.
That shit was weak, homie. Like, who the fuck? Look, I got an idea for a killer, and he's gonna be a hillbilly with a sack on his head, with one hole on his eye, one hole, and then we're going to give him a pitchfork. Oh, why didn't I think about this? It's glorious. Right? What the fuck happened to Jason's hair, bro? I need to know. This motherfucker got a lopsided head in one movie with the hair looking like that. Like that kid in the Mask. Remember the movie Mask with Cher? He looked like him.
He did like Mask, though. He really did.
And all of a sudden, bro's head just kind of like leveled out a little bit. He just shaved his head off, went through chemo and shit. I'm like, what happened to all your hair?
Yeah. Like in 4, in 4 he didn't even have any hair at all and shit. And then that's when he got chopped up by what's his name, Corey Feldman. And then 6, he didn't even have any hair. And then it magically started to come back by 9. He had just kind of little piece hanging out. And Jason goes to hell. Like, a little piece.
He just had one brain, like he had a rat tail.
Yeah, that shit at a house party. My motherfuckers had a house party. That one rat tail in the back.
I was gonna say this though. You know what? Now that you mention it, Jason's pain tolerance is ridiculously high, even when he was human. Bro took an axe to the head and just got back up. Like he got his shit split.
Yeah, you gotta remember. Even part 4, he got a fucking machete down his hand like this. He was bleeding. Then he got a fucking hammer, the backside of a hammer in his neck. Then they hit him with the TV and shit.
And he still survived. So you know what?
He's still getting up and shit. Like, yeah.
I might. Oh, you know what? I might reconsider. All right. I might have to reconsider.
The pain tolerance is a big factor though too, because Johnny was getting shot in the leg. He was struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Down for the count. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a nap."
Like it's shot. They graze your kneecap, son. Get the fuck up.
He was like, "Hey man, that was a shotgun shot. Leave me alone." Yeah, you know what? Jason's pain tolerance might take a huge. It might be beneficial in this because he could play dead, pop up, show him.
Yeah, pop out and show him.
You know what I'm saying? So he might pop up and show him what's happening. But you know what? Okay, all right, I'll take it back. All right. Jason might take that human fight too. Jason might take the human fight, but I really think that Johnny will take the immortal fight.
Yeah, the in battle, the outsmart Jason. You saying Johnny would outsmart Jason? That's your
It's. I think he might outsmart him, but then also I just think the situation logically would make sense. Like I think that eventually these two are stalkers. They walking through the woods all the fucking time. Eventually the fight might lead them to Crystal Lake, and the fight might spill out into the water. Even if they fight at the freaking tower, right? Like the fire tower. What's the odds that Jason's going to put Johnny in that hole? Yeah. And then even if he puts Johnny in the hole, if the lock is not there, then Johnny's not going to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny has way too many stipulations. Jason is afraid of water, so once he hit that water, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know, man, because like he's been in the water in a lot of the movies. I don't know where they came up with this stipulation. Like he was like really afraid of water. But like he is kind of afraid of water, but he moves in water and shit. Like part 7 moves in water. 4 he was swimming out and go get bitches in the water and shit. He popped up out the water, and you know what I'm saying. In 7, it was only when it started getting weird in like 8 and Jason versus Freddy when like a stream of water was running his face, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." Like motherfucker, you just got on a boat underwater to get to Manhattan. What now you all
rain?
That was something. Is that rain? Oh my god! You know what I'm saying? He walks away like, oh my god, I don't know where that comes from.
Don't let him live in Seattle, bro. He's gonna be dead all the time.
You out of here, bro.
He ain't never gonna rise. But no, it's just like Manhattan, like when he got hit with the water, he had that PTSD flashback. He was like, oh, and he was like, you know, like it's just always water for him. Like in order to put him to rest, you gotta put him in water. Like it's just
they switch up the logic that way. Like sometimes it's water, sometimes it's not. So like they it's like the writers get lazy and run out of ideas.
How did he die in Jason Lives? Water, right?
Jason Lives, but that was a good one though, because they drove him out with that boat, and Tommy had that big ass rock in the boat, and he had that fucking chain, and just, you know what I'm saying, it sunk his ass there and shit. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And then New Blood, freaking telekinesis.
That was stupid. Yeah. The father woke up from his watery grave and fucking took Jason down to the water. Lazy writing.
I forgot about that. I just remember her using telekinesis on his head. I thought she just magnetoed his ass at the bottom of the lake, like stay there. Like I forgot about that. Damn.
Her daddy came back and fucking took Jason down to this. So stupid. Like,
bro, I thought you said Jason's daddy. I'm like, we ain't seen this fool in no movie.
No.
Jason's dad, like child support. He was like, man, it's my weekend.
It's my weekend. Come on, Jason.
Right?
Don't forget about mother.
Father needs you now.
Yeah. But like, that was the dumbest shit. And then 8, he threw some toxic waste and turned him back into a water boy. It was fucking weird. Yeah.
He was not about a toxic waste in a sewer system. That was so fucking stupid. And then then Jason Goes to Hell. That was a whole different thing. That's when we talk about the slugs. But yeah, I just think that we will find a situation. Look, these two are probably realistically, they're probably end up fighting like to the end of time. Like they're just gonna keep stabbing each other, waking up, stalking in the woods, fight each other again, like whatever, like just an endless zombie fight. I just think that the situation where, like, I just think that Johnny will find a situation where he could drown Jason and leave him at the bottom of the lake. Versus Jason find a situation where he can bury him, make sure that mama's locket is there, tuck him in nice and tight with the dirt and stuff. I don't.
That's a lot to do. Yeah,
that's a lot to do. That's a lot to ask for Jason. Like you can't even ask Jason what 1 + 1 is, and you want him to do all that.
You're right. You're right on that one, though. You do make a point.
For young Jason, he can't.
Yeah, he can't compute.
He might have a big head, but there ain't much brain in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true right there. Yeah, I give you that though. Like in the end game, I think, and plus, Johnny got some chains too. That's probably could work good in water with rocks to keep Jason down.
Think about that. He can hook that fool at the bottom of the lake and
drown anything. On anything. You know what I'm saying? If he can get him hooked down there to something, Jason ain't gonna get up. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
He's
I
gonna
didn't
kind of
think
die.
about that. You're making my logic. You're making my logic.
And I was picking Jason. I'm finding more shit for you, son. Yeah.
Oh man, but this is a great discussion, man. Look, here's the
Mhm.
thing. Both films are amazing in their own ways.
Mhm.
Friday the 13th, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the Friday the 13th movies have great qualities to them. Some have more great qualities than others, but them first two are phenomenal movies, great movies. They've been templates for the horror genre. And then this movie is obviously a
Love letter.
it's a love letter to Friday the 13th because it's just so much like it. You pick the main character with a name that starts with a J. It's bro comes back from the dead and he's a mama's boy. He has a special place in his heart for his mother and he wants his locket back, just like Jason wanted his mama back. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's too many Blair. I think Jason wore a flannel at one time. Did Jason wear a flannel at one time? Feels like he did.
Part, yeah, and two with the one you hate with the bag on his head. He had the flannel with the suspenders.
Exactly. Johnny wore flannel.
When I was playing in the video with yeah, that one.
Johnny wore flannel too, and then zombified Johnny. You know, he had a little Jason look to him in a way. Like the fact that his mouth and the teeth were like visible. It reminded me of Jason as well too.
Like you said, you made a good point. That was some great makeup on him.
That was some great makeup. I didn't think we were going to see his face. I always thought we were going to see the back of his head the whole movie.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I was like, we're never going to see his face. And then the fact that we got a close up, because at first they kind of panned it and it was blurry. And I'm like, oh, y'all going to do this to us? Whatever. And then they kind of put it in focus. And they focused it. I was like, oh shit, like that looks good. Like,
yeah.
All right. I was like, I wish you would have put this much thought and attention into that half head, but I was like, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, you know what I'm saying? But both movies have some amazing kills. I mean, I think that Johnny is a up and coming horror villain, you know what I'm saying? And I hope we get more movies from him. Now, would I want the next movie to be a POV? Probably not. But I think that this was a cool introduction to the Johnny character. I think I do want to kind of see what happened more with the previous massacres. And, you know, if later down the line they maybe want to expand on it and go somewhere else with it, hey, I'm all for it too. But I think that the fact that they went with the POV walkthrough point, I think they had to do that because if they would have went with it the other way, then it just would have been an atypical slasher. It would have been just like everything else. Like it would have been Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it would have been Friday 13th. And it would not be talked about. It's just been forgettable, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of forgettable slashers, you know what I'm saying, at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really stick out, especially trying to revive the slasher series. So, like, it's just been thing. And what I hate about it is like, I don't think some people get it, you know what I'm saying? It's some bad shit in that movie that's, you know what I'm saying, like I say, that speech at the end is goddamn no. You know, like no. But like, it's a point in this movie where he's just killing. I think he killed like 6 people in the span of starting from the hook scene all the way into the crushed head. That was just excellent pacing. Like, this is what I want to see. And I think people got bored with the pacing of just seeing zombies just walking around. But I got it. I like that part. I like the scenery. I like looking at that. You know, some parts did miss, but I think some of the general audience are used to seeing something that they're not. Their brain is not ready to accept that, you know, this type of horror movie. But I did, and I got it. And I'm not saying I'm through the roof over this film, but I respect the shit out of what they did. Hell yeah, give me the perspective of a killer. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that before. So that's why I give it a lot of points.
And I also think that when I was watching this movie, I had a theory. I was like, because I don't know if you noticed it, but like, he was walking hella slow at the beginning, and then like towards the end of the movie, he just started picking up his pace. And I really felt like, okay, like if you was literally buried underground for like 10 fucking years, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have to get the little, you know, you gotta get the muscles moving, you know, you gonna have to get worked out.
Pep in your step, you know what I'm saying?
You know, so it was like, and it really was like, as he killed, it felt like he was getting more and more like fucking like, like he was getting a little bit more energized. Like, I don't know, like maybe the kills was giving him like that hype. But then also, you know, like him being so close to figuring out who took his locket, the mother's, because him even figuring out who took the fucking locket and seeming like he was listening and hearing shit and he has some sort of coherent knowledge of that shit being buried under dirt. That says a lot as well too, because he went directly for that fool's pockets. Like he came to menace to society. I'm like, he checked his pockets quick. He was like, yeah, let me get
I said a double burger with cheese.
exactly. He checked his pockets, and I was like, bro, really just knocked him out and checked his pockets like some Debo shit. It's my bike, punk. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
My mama gave me that chain.
My bike now. What chain?
What chain?
What bike? Oh no, nothing. Nothing. No, but he really checked his pockets and was pissed off when he didn't find the locket. He was like, somebody else got it, and it was like, this bitch got it. That fool was gunning for her ass. But yeah, man, like I said, I gotta give it to that movie, man. I hope that movie. I've been noticing like a lot of people kind of give it's like a little rocky or whatever. Some people don't like it, some people love it. But like I said, I always felt it was gonna be that movie. I was kind of skeptical at the fact that they were kind of hyping it because I was afraid of that, because I was like, you know what? Watching a POV movie ain't gonna be easy. There's gonna be some scenes where it really drags, and you really gotta just be in it for the ride. And it was like, you know, like it really felt like you were with the character. Like you're walking, you hear a little twig snap, you like, what was that? You know? And then like he pans or whatever, and you like, and it's funny because the when you really think about the editing, like I want to hear this in a really good fucking sound system. Like I want to see if they pan the twig snap to the area of the room, like, you know, like to the left speak. If the twig snapped on the left side of the, if he's looking to the left, because the character's on the left side of the screen, did the twig snap only in the left speaker? You know what I'm saying? Like that would be like little cool tidbits. Like,
it's funny to say that. When I seen it in Adobe, like when I heard the teenagers or whatever swimming, I can hear them like over here. The sound was so good because there's no soundtrack, there's no score. So like, oh, I hear them over there. I thought they were like, that's fucking good, because I'm looking over here, like, you know, audibly, like with the killer. So like,
yeah, you're lucky you got they didn't offer that shit in Adobe for me.
Oh shit. Oh, when
Johnny don't want to go to school no more. Johnny said books ain't cool no more. Johnny want to be a rapper like his big cousin. Johnny caught a body yesterday out hustling. God bless America. You know we all love him.
Yeah, so what do you guys think in the comment section down below? Do you think Johnny pulls off the W, or do you think our iconic hero Jason pulls off the W? Let us know in the comment section down below, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please, even bigger, go to this man right here, Q Reviews. Check out his channel. I will link it in the description below. Make sure you show him some love and tell him that Davey sent you. Know what I mean? But you are now exiting this into the chop shop. Hope you guys have a magnificent day, and adios, homies.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the cinema chop shop.